Hi there, welcome to Cocktail Mode, the podcast where me, Andy, and my good mate Dave pick a retro game and try and pair it up with a cocktail. Today we're talking about Mille Miglia, the Great 1000 Miles Rally. If you've never heard of it, think Neo Drift Out or World Rally, but much, much cooler. Shall I start by telling the story?
I think you should tell the story.
In September 2013, Dave invited me to Leicester to go to a gaming event where I played my first ever desktop MAME cabinet, and on it I played a game called Mille Miglia, the Great 1000 Miles Rally. Both of those things made me want to make my own MAME cabinet, and when I was making my own, I started writing a blog on it, and this was the first ever thing that we call in this day and age content, as much as I hate that term, that I ever did. And so basically, if it wasn't for Mille Miglia, this podcast wouldn't exist.
I've just looked up the 21st of September 2013 was that event in Leicester.
There's all sorts of things that I'd never seen or heard of before that event, and it kind of reignited my enthusiasm for older games. I've always sort of played them. I've never stopped playing games just because they're not new.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. The whole sort of retro thing kind of needs a spark, doesn't it, to get you back into it?
Absolutely, yeah. And I was so good at blindfold Sonic as well.
What happened with blindfold Sonic?
What?
Just remind me.
I don't know. I couldn't see. I know it didn't last very long.
Didn't I do better without you blindfold than with you telling me what to do?
That sounds about right. I mean, it speaks to, I genuinely, I've probably to this day played any real amount of Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Well, you didn't own a Mega Drive, did you? So
no, absolutely not. But it's not even now. It's not something that really, whenever I've tried it, it's just not grabbed me. I mean, I'm not a big fan of platformers in general anyway.
No.
It's going to have to go a long way to win me over. There are some, like Rayman Origins, I absolutely love. It's not retro, but it's a 2D platformer. It's fantastic.
It'll be retro soon.
No, it won't. Was that retroactive event the first time you saw Mille Miglia? Are we going to call it Mille Miglia?
No.
No?
Because it's not Mille Miglia to me. It is and always has been the Great 1000 Miles Rally.
The Great 1000 Mile Rally. Okay.
There's every time I've opened it on MAME, I've seen all three names.
Yes.
Thought, no, that's not what I played, because I did play it in an arcade in about 95, I think.
Did it have the spinny wheel?
It had a spinny wheel and it had a foot pedal and everything. Ooh. And it was in the old Mega Bowl bowling alley in Bedford.
Oh, really?
Yep. And it was brilliant. I think I'd gone in there to play Killer Instinct.
Yes.
By then, the Zap Zone had closed down, and the few arcade machines that they had in the bowling alley were like the only arcades you could go into, basically, at that point, I think. But yeah, they had Killer Instinct, which was a big draw, and I found this and was like, ooh, this is awesome. I love this. So I knew of it. When you found, quote unquote, found it.
Yes.
I've uncovered this hidden gem that no one's ever heard of. Look, yeah, I played that 20 years ago, mate.
Yeah, and it would have been nearly 20 years ago, wouldn't it?
I found it quite, as soon as I got MAME. I got my first sort of proper PC in about 2000, 2001. And the first thing I set out to do was get emulation up and running. I'd heard of MAME, I knew what MAME was. I'd heard of all the, the home console stuff and thought I can get everything I've ever owned on every machine ever. And as soon as you start going through an alphabetical list, this is always the first thing. It's either first or second. There's a game called One-on-One Government, which is a awful basketball game.
It's not awful.
It is terrible.
It's not. It just takes some getting used to.
It's not very good. This is much, much better.
You can play as a lizard.
Yes, I know. It's shit. So yeah, it's always at the top of my MAME list because I deleted One-on-One Government after many years because I thought, well, I'm never going to play that. It's rubbish.
Why bother?
Yeah, why bother? But the reason you found it at that retroactive event was because you reset the machine, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or Rich, the guy who ran the event, reset the machine for you. And because it's the first in the list, you just played the first game that came up. So it's a proper discovery.
What is interesting is 1994 is 1 year after what?
World Rally.
And also 1 year after what? Ridge Racer, to pick one.
Oh, okay.
basically, this is never going to be a huge game because 3D was not coming. 3D was here.
Well, Virtual Racing was 92.
There you go, yeah. So as much as this game looks brilliant in all its isometric glory, and it's possibly licensed, possibly unlicensed, who knows, cars, it's it came out a very odd time. I think probably is the reason why it's not particularly well known. Although World Rally was very popular.
Was it? Because I'd never heard of it.
No, it was a really popular game, and it had a sequel.
Yes.
Inventively called World Rally 2.
Twin View.
Because it had side by side cabinets, but it wasn't two player in the true sense of the word. Just bizarre. But yeah, I think World Rally, let's at first, let's do the thing. Let's go through and talk about what this game is. This is an isometric, it's not even a driving game, it is a rally game. You're not really racing other cars.
It's a time trial. You have to drive a set distance in 1 minute or less.
Exactly 1 minute, yeah. And it is 12 stages.
Yeah.
That you can play in any order.
One of the things you haven't mentioned yet is that it's based on a real race.
It is.
So the real race of the Mille Miglia ran for decades.
It ran for decades, and it stopped, then it came back, and then it stopped again.
Yeah, it started in 1927, ran for 30 years, then stopped, and then came back in like the late 70s.
Yeah.
But when it came back, the idea was that you could only use cars that were from that 1927 to 1957 era.
No.
Which is still going now. There's a race like this year.
Oh, really?
In about a month. It's actually, when this goes out, is around the date it will be happening.
Nice tie-in episode. Love it.
Yeah. Tie into something no one knows about.
But it's a rally in the sense of it's more of an endurance and a survival event than it is a race of any kind. It's about getting to the end, not getting to the end first or fastest. It's just getting to the end. Whereas, yeah, as Dave said, in the game, each of the 12 stages is 60 seconds. The view is isometric. And it's a difficult thing to describe, really. But you always drive up the screen.
Not always. Sometimes you drive across.
Well, that's true. You never drive down the screen.
No, you never go back.
So you tend to sort of drive either up or upper angles or straight across, left to right or right to left. And you are basically told there's a corner coming by an arrow on screen in like rally driver style. And that's pretty much it. It's really quite basic. There are other cars, but they're more there as obstacles than they are as something to race. They're all, as I say, all the cars in the game are Porsches, Mercedes, Ferraris, Bugattis, Jaguars.
Alfa
Romeo, thank you. They're all licensed.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they're licensed. They are real cars.
They are real cars. And it is a licensed Mille Miglia game. And I wonder if there's something in the sort of almost like a compound license. If you've got the Mille Miglia license, that means you're allowed to also use any car that's in it. I don't know.
I would imagine it came out at a time when licensing of video games wasn't that evolved and you could just do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because I remember in my old favourite Turbo Esprit, that talks at the beginning that is a licensed game. It says
really?
The Lotus Esprit is trademark of the Lotus Company or something like that on the loading screen. So it's really difficult to find out, which is why we're not saying right now. I looked it up and this was what happened. It's just not that easy to find out what the deal is in terms of what these games are. The sequel mentions the fact that it's a licensed Mille Miglia game.
Right.
The original doesn't.
Yeah.
There is a sequel. We probably should have mentioned that as well.
As well as an evolution.
Yes, and a USA version. So there's really sort of two and a half. There's Mille Miglia, there's Mille Miglia Evolution, and Mille Miglia USA, which is basically Evolution with a bunch of flags over it and 2 bars of the American anthem on the intro screen. And that is it. Oh no, you cars do wheelies as you start on the line as well.
Not only that, but there is a Corvette in there, which shouldn't be there.
Again, it's not called a Corvette, and it's just the Ferrari 250 with a pointy nose.
Yeah. It's clearly a 70s Corvette.
Yes.
I know that profile anywhere.
It's 100% a Stingray. It looks great. It's beautiful. But an interesting thing about the original game is it doesn't make any difference. All the cars perform exactly the same.
Yeah.
There is no performance bonus for picking a car. It's just how they look. You're picking, which is good, really, because you have about 2 seconds to choose your car.
It's quite quick.
You're looking at this wheel of cars going, oh, that's nice. Oh, and then it just goes, oh, well, you're having that one then, because that's the one you happen to be looking at when I decided the time was up.
Yeah. That's the same with the track selection as well.
Yeah.
You've got approximately 7.5 seconds, although it counts now from 10 to 1. They're not seconds.
The track selection is so fast that it wasn't until earlier this week that I realised you could even choose your track.
Well, I never do.
No, you play in order, right?
Yeah. As long as you finish in less than a minute, it takes approximately 12 minutes to win this game.
Yes, except when you get to level the 7th stage, which is an absolute prick.
The last one's a fucking nightmare as well.
No, they are 12 and 7 for some reason. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, but good. Really good.
Oh, yeah. Great. And as you would expect, because it is a rally game, it's about learning the track. That's how you get faster.
Yeah. I mean, it's called a rally. It's more sort of a street race than anything else. You're through towns and cities quite often, because the real race goes from Brescia up in the north of Italy down to Rome and then back again.
Yes.
In roughly 1,000 miles. So the game is sort of a shrunken down version of it. I mean, the map is the scale of the real map, but each track should be about like 50, 60 miles.
Yes.
Should take about an hour to do, and you do it in a minute. I did actually check, just out of curiosity, how fast you would have to travel to do 1,000 miles in 12 minutes, which is what this game effectively says you can do. 5,000 miles an hour. Looking up the real world race has turned up some really interesting stuff. I don't know how much you've read up on it, but Sterling Moss did it in 1955 in the Mercedes SL300 that's in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And set the record of doing 1,000 miles in a little over 10 hours. That's an average speed of 100 miles an hour from start to finish.
Jesus.
I dread to think what his co-pilot must have been feeling all the way through it, because driving at speed is fine when you know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
When you're the passenger or the co-pilot, you don't know to brace yourself for a quick turn or a shift in gears or whatever. It must have been fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was in 1955. A car capable of doing that kind of speed in 1955 is terrifying.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what else happened in 1955?
No.
Well, one of the cars that's in the game is a Porsche 500.
Yeah.
It's the car that James Dean was driving when he died in 1955.
Oh, wow. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Now, talking of, have you ever seen the film Ferrari 2023, I want to say?
Is this the one with Adam Driver?
That's him, yeah.
No, I haven't. It looked good. And I really like him.
I think if anybody knows of Mille Miglia who wouldn't normally, they probably would have known about it because of this film, because it features a recreation of the crash that is why in 1957, that's why the Miglia stopped. It's because of this crash, where a Ferrari crashed and basically went off the road and killed a bunch of spectators.
Ooh, shit.
It's the scene in the film is horrific.
Yeah, I bet.
Genuinely, it's Michael Mann, and he basically goes, I'm just going to shoot this like it was a documentary. So, yeah, horrendous. So I think perhaps if anyone has heard of it who's not into motorsport, that might be why. But I don't think that's a film you're going to watch if you're not into motorsport anyway. So
yeah, that's fair.
It's dark times. 50s were hard.
I mean, just look at the list of people who have won this over the years. Starts in the 20s and goes on for like 4 years before anybody who isn't an Italian wins it. And that's a German couple of blokes. Then it's all Italians for like the next 10 years. And then the next person to win it is another German pair in 1940, flying under the swastika flag rather than like the German flag as we know it. And just looking at that itself, you just think, well, surely they were just delivering a message.
Yeah.
During the war. That's not a race. Who else was invited to the Nazi occupation version of the Mille Miglia? But no, it's bizarre. It must have just been them and like some propaganda piece. race. Like, oh, yeah, we can make a film with this and sell it to the Italian people or whatever.
It's the only time that somebody ever won with a co-driver and a tail gunner.
Yeah, that's it. It's more like Death Race 2000 than Mille Miglia. But yeah, and then for the next 20 years, Sterling Moss, like I said, wins it in 55. Every other race is won by an Italian. And weirdly, the last couple were just a bloke on their own. They didn't even have a co-driver.
No, I guess it's, as I say, I think the sort of the competitive and the going fast aspect of it has pretty much gone away.
I don't know. It's still there.
Yeah, I don't think it's what it was.
No, of course it's not what it was. I mean, the kind of people who take part in it now, the cars they're driving cost millions of pounds.
Yes.
Like I would say the default, but the first car that you can pick on the car selection screen is a Ferrari 250, which is now worth about £100 million.
Yeah.
So everybody driving in it these days is incredibly rich and will never push that car to its limit ever.
My favourite car in the game.
Oh, okay.
Just because, no, it's that Ferrari, the 250.
It's a good looking car.
Yeah, and that's all you're going on, isn't it?
There is another thing. There is another consideration. The sound, the engine sound is different for every car.
That is true, yeah, and that's a great shout.
And that's why I settled on the Jag.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice throaty noise to it.
No, that Daytona is the car I pick in Outrun 2, and it's the car I pick in Mille Miglia. It is a beautiful looking car.
The 250 GTO Ferrari is the star of the car in Ferris Bueller's Day Off as well.
Is it?
Yes. And I'm assuming you've never seen it.
I have seen it.
Ah, okay.
And I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch it originally or have you watched it recently?
Oh, neither. I watched it probably 20 years ago. For the first time ever. Obviously, nobody listening knows me particularly well. That's a lie. Some people listening know me very well indeed. But I don't, it's not really, Ferris Bueller is not my sort of film really, but I was just won over by its just happy-go-luckiness.
It's got a charm to it, isn't it?
Yes, it has. It's very nice. And Matthew Broderick is, I was going to say engage with a bull.
Likeable.
That'll do.
It's better than engage with a bull.
I mean, yes.
Well, this is a real word.
He will always be the War Games kid for me, though.
Yes, David Lightman. Do you know who the first person you see in that film is?
The first person you see in that film is...
You know, at the start, there's the cutaway thing with the two guys in the missile silo.
Of course there is, yeah.
It's Michael Madsen.
No way.
Yeah.
Michael Madsen, shit.
He's the guy who doesn't turn the key in the silo.
Huh. It's such a great film.
That's still great, even now.
Yeah, I agree. I watched it not so long ago. I was surprised how well it held up.
It's got a more believable version of hacking than anything that came out in the last 30 years. He doesn't just tap like a monkey at a typewriter.
I thought that's how you hacked. I thought you tapped away at a keyboard, spun around on your chair, and listened to bad electro music. Isn't that how you hack?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
Proper hacking these days is like 4 clicks of a mouse, and that's it. You're done.
What, download the thing,
Yeah.
upload the thing.
Select website, select hack. Done. And then Clippy pops up in the corner. I see you're trying to hack a website. Would you like help?
What do you think of the Evolution version?
I don't like it. I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you told me to play it, because I had played it once,
Yeah.
a grand total of once, for not a very long amount of time, and thought, this isn't very good. It adds a couple of features that I like, I must admit. It does if you steer too much into a corner,
Yeah.
you will spin off. I do
Yes.
like that.
Do you? Because I don't like that.
Well, I don't like it because it's hard. It makes something that's quite easy to do in the normal version of the game hard,
Yeah.
but it does add an element of difficulty to it.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the sprint start thing.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of that in any game. And yeah, the random inclusion of the American flag at points seems bizarre and pointless. I don't know why.
That's what, because there's the Evolution version and then the USA version.
No, the Evolution version has the Corvette, the Rally X car, or Racer X car.
Racer, actually, annoyingly, nothing
Yeah.
to do with Speed Racer.
I know, right?
Because there's that one of the Ferraris looks a lot like Speed Racer's car as well. They could have easily done it in white with a Speed Racer logo on it, and it.
You could have taken the entire game and made a Speed Racer game out of it.
If there's anybody out there in the hacking community, get on it.
Just reskin it. Don't even do anything. Just reskin it. So it's the Mark V. But yeah, the USA and Evolution versions I just thought were a little bit pointless.
Well, I guess what they're trying to do is add a bit of zhuzh and a bit of excitement, aren't they? Because it's not like things like the clouds are whizzing by, which does actually make it feel like it's going faster, even though it isn't. It does work.
Yeah, like I say, there are a few touches that make it a good thing, but the overall feel of it doesn't feel like the game that I've grown to love.
It's like putting Go Faster stripes on a 250 Daytona.
It's not even that. It's a cheap body kit and a fat exhaust that pops for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's like taking something beautiful and adding some fucking fiberglass to it that does nothing. That's kind of the vibe you get from it. It's like the wheelie starts and the the extra wheel spinny effects and all that sort of a thing. It just, I hesitate to say it cheapens it, but it does take away from the whole feel of it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, if you take the original game at face value, you're presented with a very realistic track from Brescia in the north of Italy down to Rome and back again. Split over 12 stages. Here's your classic car from between this era. That's all well and good. That's all, quite in keeping with what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then these two newer versions add the American flag on the track for some weird reason. A car that shouldn't exist in the race. And it's just, who is this for? Is there an audience in America crying out for an Americanized version of the streets of Verona?
This is the thing. This is what I don't get as well. I had exactly the same thought in my head. You're obviously doing this to appeal to an American audience. Surely that doesn't work.
Maybe it does.
I don't believe, and we must have some American listeners out there. I can't believe that the Americans, even in 1994, were so jingoistic that just having an American flag on a game made them want to play it more. I can't believe, I refuse to believe it. I think it's more likely today than it was in 1994. Oh yeah, no, it is a weird choice, that's for sure.
It is an oddity. I can only assume there was a reason behind it, but unfortunately Kaneko don't exist anymore.
No.
And there's scant information about this game anywhere. They didn't last long enough to have like do you remember when we did that game all those years ago?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah, they were dead and buried by the 2000s, I think, if I remember. Around 2007 is the best guess as to when they went bust.
It's interesting that I think it's probably worth pointing out some people out there may have seen other games called Mille Miglia. There's one on the PlayStation, I know for sure.
Yep.
It's not this game. It's an
Have you played it?
It's appalling.
It's a bad game, but it's got fantastic music. Seriously, you just play it for like 10 minutes.
Right.
The music that plays is like a fusion of, I don't know, early 60s Bond music and like jazz. It's fantastic. It's really good.
See, that sounds right up my street.
It's not enough to make the game good, unfortunately.
Now, that's a funny one, because I feel like I've played this game, but I don't remember that. So I either played it with the sound down, or I just watched a video and...
Trust me, play it and listen to the music. You will love the music.
It does sound like my sort of thing. I might have to just buy it.
You can buy it on Amazon for £12.
Yeah, it's not a sought after game.
I tell you what, though, it is an oddity, because they got Sterling Moss to act as like a technical consultant for it.
Really?
Yeah, like some proper effort went into that game, and it ends up being the shit show that it is, which is a real shame.
Maybe he just took the money and ran.
I would imagine so, because I think he was pretty old at that point.
So what about The sequel, Mille Miglia 2.
I'm not a fan.
Are you not?
I'm not. I like the Great 1,000 Miles Rally, and that's it. All the other games are like, I play them and I think it does this thing very well. You know, this one does the cornering particularly well. This one, the track looks really nice. The cars look really nice. Just, I always come back to the same game. Whenever I go and try any of these other games, I always come back to Mille Miglia because it's the one I know, it's the one I love.
So last time we went to the Retro Computer Museum, we weirdly, I think almost at exactly the same time on different machines, had a go at Mille Miglia 2. And then came together and went, yeah, it's not as good, is it? Which is a fair assessment to this day. I actually played it, the most I've played it. I completed it, in fact, about 10 minutes before we started recording.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of started to win me over a bit.
The second one?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So the actual sequel, not Evolution. Evolution is it's fiberglass.
An abomination.
Yeah. And the USA version is even worse. But the second one, it really did for the first time ever. And I've tried it a few times. I think by putting a bit more time into it and just saying, I'm going to see as much of this as I can before we record, it actually started to win me over. It's still not as good as the original.
It does some very good things. I love the fact that the cornering is fed to you by arrows on the road.
Yes.
That's a really good touch. I don't find it helps very much.
Well, no.
I find myself looking at the map more, which sits in the top right corner, which actually tells you what's coming.
Well, I think because what you're used to, I think in most of these games, World Rally being the first game that really feels like of this type, we'll talk more about that in a bit. But what the arrows on the road indicate to you how sharp the corner that's coming is. But they're not on the road, they're hovering arrows in, the ether.
The centre of the screen has a big icon.
Yes.
Can't miss it.
In the sequel, Mille Miglia 2, the arrows on the road are there and they tell you what direction is coming. And there's a bit of, it's small or it's large, but they don't convey as much information as the gamey arrows in the first game. But there is a map in the top right hand corner of the screen, and the combination of the two does allow you, and the fact that this is a game that you get better at by learning the tracks anyway, it does allow you to make progress. I actually found it easier than the first game. It's broken down into 2 sets of 4, and it's only the last one that offered any sort of challenge really on both what is the beginner's run and the expert run, and again you can play them in any order you want. And it was all the other levels other than the last one of the beginner run and the expert run, I finished on my first go. I think there was one where it was like 60.04 seconds or some annoying thing like that. But it's a race. There are the other cars on the track you are actually racing. The cornering is, I don't like the cornering as much. It does a thing where if you really commit to a sharp corner, it does that thing you hate where it kind of takes you round the corner.
That's part of the first game as well. I can forgive it.
And it looks gorgeous.
It does look good.
It's stunning. And all the cars handle differently. There are fewer cars. It's like the Jaguar has got excellent acceleration and handling, but not a good top speed. That massive Mercedes 300 is an absolute rocket ship, but doesn't corner at all. And it adds something to the game. And even though all these technical things, it looks better, it sounds great, the tracks look nicer, all these things, it's like in every sort of appreciable, objective way, Mille Miglia 2 is better, but as a game to play, it's just less fun. It's just not as enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm not as sold on it. I will probably give it some time now.
Yeah. I mentioned World Rally just then, and World Rally is kind of the game that is famous for being, I don't know whether it is the actual first of this type, but it's certainly, it's 100% what Mille Miglia gets its inspiration from. Because World Rally came out the year before. In terms of gameplay, it's borderline identical.
Yeah. But
Mille Miglia looks 100 times better than World Rally. World Rally is a Galeco game. There are two. There's World Rally 2. But yeah, I think it's only like 3 cars, I think, on World Rally as well.
Yeah, it's a good game. I like it. And it's on Antstream as well, which is always a plus.
Yes, absolutely. You can go and play it on Antstream.
You mentioned it in the Steve Cotton interview, and I thought, I've never fucking heard of that. What's that? So I went and had a look. Oh, it's the same game that I've loved for the last 30 years, but a year before that one came out.
Yes. And not as pretty.
Not as pretty, but a very good game. I do like it.
Yes.
It's bastard hard. It's split up into sort of beginner, advanced, very advanced, and incredibly advanced.
Yes.
You got like stages in the snow, stages at night. It's a fucking nightmare. It's good. It's very, very good.
Yes.
And if I stick with it and give it as much effort as I should, I'll probably come away from really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's not the first game of the type, because you sent me a big list of games to play the other day. And
Yes.
the earliest one on that was Thrash Rally,
Yes.
which kind of sets the scene for all of this in 1991.
Yeah, and Thrash Rally, I think is it Neo Drift Out that is kind of the...
Yeah, that's like 96.
Thrash Rally is Neo Geo game, isn't it? Or it's SNK.
Yeah, it's a Neo Geo game. One of the earlier ones.
I think if anyone has heard of any of this sort of game, I think perhaps Neo Drift Out may be the best known. I'm just speculating. I don't know for sure, obviously, because I'm not every other human being on the planet. But I think that Neo Drift Out's probably the best known of this kind of format of game. I was about to say you've got the likes of Super Sprint, but they don't, as much as it's a spinny steering wheel and
Track
slightly
never
isometric.
moves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's like if you zoomed in really close on Super Sprint and followed the car around, maybe, but that's just getting weird. That's
going back to Thrash Rally, that had quite heavy Micro Machines vibes from that.
Yeah,
the way that worked. If you think of Micro Machines, tilt it 45 degrees to make it isometric.
Yeah,
the way you burn round and drift round some of those corners, it's a very similar handling model.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, Thrash Rally.
Yeah, I liked it. I'd never seen it before. I was quite glad when you sent me the list. I was like, ooh, never heard of that, never heard of that, never heard of that.
Is Thrash Rally one of the ones that doesn't auto-center when you steer?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bit of a problem sometimes.
Yes. I think that's something that is missing from the fun experience of
yeah.
So because something we haven't mentioned yet, actually, because Mille Miglia was designed to be used with a spinner steering wheel, it auto centers. So you spin around, you turn around a corner, and eventually when you release the steering, it centers, and it feels great to play, doesn't it? Even with a joystick, it feels lovely, just drifting around a corner, and you can let off and it'll center and you'll go pointing down the road. With a spinner steering wheel, it feels even better, because the spinner steering wheels, I just love them. I just think they're great. They're so much fun. Is there any game that uses a spinner steering wheel, Super Sprint, any of those? Just so much fun.
Yep.
Ivan, Iron Man, Stewart, Super Off-Road Racing.
Badlands.
That's
the one we always forget when we have this conversation.
Yeah, and we played it just at...
in London.
Just the last time we were there.
That's the only reason it's in my memory.
Yeah.
Give it a year, I won't remember that game for another 20 years.
And I'm not saying these games play badly without a spinner steering wheel, because most of them play fine, and even great with a joystick. But with a spinner steering wheel, it's just its extra level of just feeling like a driving god. It's just great.
Especially 3-player Super Sprint, where you just reach over and spin the other person's wheel when they're going straight.
When did Checkered Flag, Konami's Checkered Flag, come out then? That was on the list I sent you, wasn't
Checkered Flag was 1988, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily in the same bracket as all of this. I like it. It's a good game, but the track sort of revolves around the car.
Yes.
Which is a little different. Very good game. I did like it.
It's one of, I think, of that sort of era, 1988. It's just such a great looking game.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Beautiful. The sprite work is fantastic. It's got a really cool, like, Mode 7 style revolving track. You're absolutely right. When you turn, you're actually turning the track around the car rather than the car around the track.
Yeah, it's basically Mode 7 before Mode 7.
Yes. And it's direct overhead, not isometric. But it does the thing where you get the arrow telling you which direction the next corner is and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a lineage there. It's definitely not exactly the same thing.
It's quite tactical as well. I was playing it for a little bit earlier today, and if you hit enough cars, you take damage to various bits of your car and have to pit. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And I was racing around it earlier, and I was on the last lap on probably the last section, ran out of fuel.
Oh,
because I didn't think at any point that was a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
1988 arcade game. I don't think it came out outside the arcades as well.
No, I've never seen it. I've never even seen it on MAME until you sent me it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Checkered Flag. There is a very famous racing game series even called Checkered Flag, but this is Checkered Flag spelt correctly, weirdly. Checkered, CHEQUERED, which is the British way of spelling it, which the Japanese picked up for this game for some reason. Whereas the more famous Checkered Flag is the American spelling. But it's a very, very cool game. I've got a lot of love for it just because of, I mean, more than anything because of how it looks. And it's for 1988. It's absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So going back to alternative versions of Mille Miglia, have you seen or played the Amiga version?
No.
So this came out in 1991 and it's horrible. The actual racing section of it looks like something from a BBC Micro. But it's got story events throughout the game. So you drive, trundle along in whatever car it is you've chosen.
Yeah.
Based on who you've picked as a co-driver, when you break down and the wheel's a bit wonky, if he's a good mechanic, you'll only lose 10 minutes. If he's a shit mechanic but a good navigator, that'll take him longer. That'll take him 20 minutes. So along the route, you get these weird little events that you and your co-driver may or may not be good at fixing. And it all adds up to your time. It's a horrible looking game. I can't sugarcoat it at all. But I love that idea of like the story elements of, a several 100-mile journey in an old car.
Because there was a bit of a spate of those fairly recently, like My Summer Car and was it Jalopy as well? There was basically story mode built around a car.
Yeah.
And that's so basically 2 decades ahead of its time.
At least.
Mille Miglia on the Amiga, which is a bit of a tongue twister. Or to give it its full name, 1000 Miglia, 1927 to 1933, Volume 1, brackets, Mille Miglia, close brackets, the official simulator.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spoiler, there was never a Volume 2. Guess I don't know if anyone bought it. But no, great idea. I love the idea behind it as well. 1,000-mile race in a 70-year-old car should not be free of events and things you have to do.
For a future episode that we've already recorded, I watched a bit of a guy who was racing he was doing a full season in every version of Jeff Crammond's Grand Prix.
Oh wow!
So, and that was he did it. He basically started with about 20 subscribers and ended up in the thousands along the way, along the journey. But in some of those, I think it's Grand Prix 3, possibly 4, your car can break down all by itself for nothing you were doing. It was sort of that level of simulation where there you are burning around, heading for a win, and all of a sudden your engine blows up. And it's that sort of thing. You've got to be pretty hardcore to be. I mean, to be fair, this sounds like it's more looking at it as well, because it looks horrific, this game.
Yeah.
It was made by one person, for God's sake.
I know, and I'm not belittling it for that.
And it came out on the C64 too, so...
Did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, the Amiga version looks like a C64 game, so fuck knows what the C64 version looks like. But, that's fun. I like that. I think that's a great... like you, it's almost like you'd fast forward through the driving bits. It's like... Yeah. What is the game? The You Died of Dysentery game. What's that?
Oregon Trail.
That's it. Yeah, it's basically Oregon Trail. The driving game.
Yeah, you can do everything right, but if you do the wrong choice in a story bit, you're fucked.
Oh no, I accidentally chose someone who knows where he's going, but he doesn't know how to take a fucking wheel off. I think that's quite cool. I like the sound of that. The concept is cool.
The rating on Lemon Amiga, or Mille Miglia, blah, 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 whatever the rest of it was, it's sitting around 50%. So Amiga Format reviewed it when it came out, gave it 51. Amiga Power gave it 53. Yeah. 4.4 from a total of 56 votes. So it's not good.
It's not strong, is it?
No.
Basically, you can buy both of the home versions of this for about a tenner each. Yeah. One of them's got decent music, one of them's a decent idea.
If we could only combine the two and another game that plays well.
Well, that's what I mean. Take Mille Miglia, the actual Mille Miglia, add in this thing about breaking down, have it run 60 minutes rather than 60 seconds. I always thought it was weird that even though it's always only 60 seconds, the clock counts up, not down. Why doesn't it start at 60 seconds and go to 0?
I would say let's ask the developers, but they don't exist anymore. There's no one to ask about this. I was thinking about this earlier today, actually, because the company doesn't exist and presumably nobody anywhere knows who holds the rights to it.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's literally gone. It's proper abandonware.
Yeah.
Like, you will never find somebody who can say, oh, yeah, I own the copyright to this.
The last game released by the company was Gal's Panic S3 in 2002.
Oh, the Gal's Panic series. Now you're talking. What a crock of shit.
And then they're listed as defunct in 2007.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a storied history of not very good games. Bonk's Adventure on the PC Engine is actually supposed to be very, very good.
There is another shining light in their back catalogue, DJ Boy.
DJ Boy.
It's an arcade game, which I've had on MAME forever, that also got a Mega Drive port and I think possibly a couple of others.
Right.
It's basically a roller skating final fight.
Ah.
Yeah, you're just like a teenage kid on roller skates, skating through a brawler. I can't describe it any better than that. But it's a great game. It's one of those games that I always used to look at in CVG and look at and think, oh, that looks amazing. When will that come to something that I can play on?
Mega Magazine placed the Mega Drive version at number 4 in their list of the 10 worst Mega Drive games of all time.
Yeah, it's probably the arcade version worth playing.
There was a sequel, B-Rap Boys.
Yeah, I've seen that. That shit as
Brat
well.
Boys.
Brap. Terrible.
Oh, God, it feels hideous doing that. I feel wrong. So they did not make any good games.
Well, at least one.
At least one. And so we're back in Bushido Blade territory, aren't we?
Yeah.
So is Gal's Panic those games that are basically kicks, but you're revealing a picture of a girl?
Yes. Very Japanese. And one of the weirdest things I've ever found on MAME. Like, Pachinko Sexy Reaction is weird. But Gal's Panic is hilarious. Even weirder.
Those games, those sorts of games, when I was doing that thing where I played every game on MAME to find the hidden gems, they nearly broke me. There are so many of them.
Yep.
So many. And
like I say, what arcades had those games in? How seedy did a place need to be to have a porn game in it? and who's going to play it?
A soft-core porn game. Weirdly enough, I seem to remember there was one I played where you were revealing a very, very early three-dimensional model of a character in it, rather than a photograph of some, probably unpaid Japanese model in inverted commas. And I seem to remember that played better than the others. I seem to remember playing that and not hating it as a game, because it's not just the fact that that it is the beyond ick, these games, but they're really fucking boring to play as well.
Yeah.
Because they're like kicks but shit. They don't have the enemy
kicks is shit. The whole concept. We should probably describe kicks in case nobody knows what it is.
So I think probably the easiest way to describe it is if you can imagine you've got a sheet of A4 paper and you're trying to cut sections out of it from the edge.
Yeah.
But there's things bouncing around inside it that if they touch you, you die. So you're kind of taking routes and trying to take away as much as possible because you get more score for bigger pieces than that. So I mean that's where the game. But kicks at least evolves and has power-ups and has different enemy types.
Does it? I've never played it.
Yeah.
I played the porn versions and nothing else.
Gal's Panic and the like, because there are far too many similar games. It's not just Gal's Panic. It's that, but the sections you cut off reveal a picture behind, and that picture is of some poor coke-addled hooker.
Or it's just a picture from a magazine they've scanned in.
Yeah. A shoplifted escort from a...
Yeah, there will be no licensing for this. They'll have just got the latest issue of Men Only and just going, yeah, that'll do. Photocopy that.
The only word is seedy. They are seedy.
Yeah.
They'd make you feel a little bit weird to even know they exist. Don't go and explore them for yourself. Don't.
No.
On this occasion, don't go and make up your own mind because you won't be able to unsee it.
Yeah. Take our word for it.
Yeah, we've taken that bullet for you.
Please.
So...
Just one quick thing before we move away from Kaneko. They did make a beautiful vertical shoot 'em up called Syven, which I think is supposed to be Cyborg Wyvern or something, because you play a dragon. It's fantastic. Great game. If we ever get round to doing like Dave's V-Shmup special, that will be right in there.
I mean, we absolutely should. I mean, I get my own way far too often on this podcast. What else was on that list of games I gave you?
Neo Drift Out, which we haven't really talked about.
We haven't, actually. Which I think, as much as Thrash Rally predates all of the Mille Miglia games, I think Neo Drift Out New Technology, to give it its full name for some reason, I think it came out after.
Yeah, it's 1996. It's sort of, I think it finishes it all off, because there doesn't seem to be many games after that like this.
So these games are all happening in like a window of 4 years, 91 really to 95. They kind of had this little burst of popularity.
I think what it is, it's the end of the 2D era.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because you've got, like you said earlier, Ridge Racer came out in 93, and that was like a pioneer, a front runner of what's coming further down the line. These games are like the last dying breath of this kind of game. After this, no one's going to want this.
I can't put my finger on what it is about this style of basically car model, this isometric view of these cars, the way they rotate, the style of them, that's kind of, it's realistic in scale. There's just something about it I absolutely love. I think they look brilliant, and I think they look brilliant in nearly all of these games. World Rally, they're a little bit, there's something about in World Rally, I know it was early, but it just looks a little bit less polished than many of these other games. But there's just something really cool about the way these games look. They've got a look all of their own, and it's kind of this quasi-realistic thing that's going on. I love them. I think they look great, and Drift Out 94 is right up there in terms of looks with Mille Miglia. But again, you've only got those three cars, those three 90s rallies cars. You've got the Stratos, the Celica, and the Subaru Impreza.
To be fair, they are the only three you need.
The only cars that
If you say to me, what are your three favourite rally cars, it's them. That's it. The Celica GT4, the Lancia Stratos, and the Impreza.
I mean, you've got the Lancia Integrale as well.
It's not as nice.
It's not. It doesn't look as cool, does it? No.
It's not as cheese wedgy.
But yeah, I've not played much of these games, the Drift Out games, and it looks like from that what I need to play is Drift Out and Neo Drift Out. Give them a bit more of my time because they look very, very cool indeed.
They are good. Like I said, I play them and I just think I would be having more fun if I was playing 8,000 Mile Rally. I've had this sat as a tab on my browser for fucking hours because I didn't want to miss it. Opposite Lock Rally. This is brilliant. It's a fantastic, like, retro recreation.
Yeah.
In around 2020, I think. Literally find it on itch.io, Opposite Lock Rally. Download a single file, run it. It's keyboard control. Great 1,000 miles rally with almost copyright infringing cars.
There is, like Peugeot 206, Subaru Impreza, like really, really nice models. Plays. I mean, it's a bit harder, I think, than.
I thought it was quite hard. Once you've learnt it, it's great. It's really good.
Yeah. So let's give a shout out to whoever. So his handle on itch is BHD, which is, doesn't give you much to go on really, does it? So yeah, we can't really give you any more of a shout out than that because you're a bit of a mystery BHD.
We'll put a comment on the thing and then...
Yeah, we'll give you a link.
Yeah.
But yes, looks like he last updated this game in 2024 and released it in 2020. It's like a love letter to these sort of games. He particularly calls out World Rally and Drift Out in his blurb, and you know, as we've been discussing, that if you love those games, you'll love Mille Miglia. It's just great.
Yeah,
it's great. But yes. Thanks, BHD, whoever you may be. Oh, you may get a virus warning when you download that from itch. Just ignore it. It's not a virus. It's just Windows being a prick.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a virus, I promise you. I've opened it, loaded it, played it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, same here.
I want to find him. Her.
Yeah, I'm really want to find this guy.
26 megabytes, by the way. You know.
And worth every one.
Oh, every single one.
Is there anything similar to Great 1,000 Miles Rally on the Atari Jaguar or the Atari Lynx?
There is.
Oh, shit. I withdraw my question.
Power Drive Rally on the Atari Jaguar.
Okay.
Power Drive being a game that was out on several systems. I think most popular on the Mega Drive Genesis. Although I think maybe it wasn't even released on Genesis. It may have been European only. Feel free to correct me in the comments. I basically, when the Jaguar came out, one guy, a company called Rage Software, nothing to do with the Rage that you've heard of, was tasked with converting Power Drive for the Jaguar and borderline rebuilt it. I mean, it literally could have just, you know, copied and pasted like so many other people did. Like so many Amiga games were just basically copy pasted onto the Jaguar. But yeah, Power Drive Rally, to give it its full name because it's not Power Drive, it's Power Drive Rally. It's a very cool game and it's very much in this style. I mean, a boxed copy will set you back £100.
Whoa, fuck that.
Or as I should say, a boxed copy did set me back £100.
Was that this week?
I plead the fifth.
That doesn't apply in UK law.
No. I mean, yes. Sorry. Yeah, I meant yes. I mean, to be fair, it was listed for 125 and I talked him down, but...
Fucking hell.
I know. It's Jaguar. I can't help it. I've got a weak spot. I have an issue.
You got many. That's just one of many.
Yeah. I've got 99 problems, but a full bank balance ain't one.
I'm just having a quick look through itch, and there are a ton of games like this.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on it. There's a Virtua Racing D-Mate.
Oh, is that the Pico?
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to make myself a little Pico console. Do you know what the Pico console is? The Pico 8?
I'm guessing it's a Raspberry Pi sort of thing.
Well, no, actually, I think it predates the Raspberry Pi. It's basically it doesn't exist as a console. It's right. Basically a set of parameters that people build games within.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's called DirectX. That's all PC games. It's a framework for how this will work.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's great. So it has to be 128 by 128 pixels for a start. I think. But yes, that's and that's what it is. It's not. It doesn't exist as a thing, and people build them. Obviously, people build them, and I'm sure the Raspberry Pi saw a bit of a surge in them as well. But it's basically it's a concept that the game, here's a set of parameters, this is the power of the machine, and you have to build games within it. I think it's quite cool.
It's a good idea. I like it.
The virtual gaming console only supports 16 colors and a total viewport resolution of 128 by 128, but has a powerful processor with certain limitations.
So it's better than a Spectrum then?
I mean, it's the sort. I mean, my problem with is that's a rabbit hole that I will go down and never emerge from.
That's not a rabbit hole, mate. That's a sinkhole. A rabbit hole you can come back.
So let's get on to cocktails then. What did you dig up? What did you go for Great 1,000 Miles Rally?
I had a few thoughts. They mostly revolved around the cars, the period, but the thing I came back to the most was the setting, which is northern Italy, down to Rome, then back up to northern Italy. And I thought, I have to go for the Italian job. So I found the cocktail first and then came up with the bullshit reasoning behind it. But I thought that's perfect because it is exactly that kind of feel. It's a period setting in Italy, those mountain roads. You remember that scene at the start where they first go to Italy and they look at it and it's beautiful. I can only imagine what driving through that scenery is like, especially in those old time cars as well. I bet it's an amazing feeling that we will never ever be able to afford.
Nope.
But anyway, the Italian job is served in a coupe glass. It's 4 equal measures of rum, Americano Bianco, Aperitivo Luxardo, and Dubonnet, whatever the hell that is.
Say that one more time.
Dubonnet.
Oh, yeah, Dubonnet.
Dubonnet Red.
I've always called it Dubonnet, but that's clearly the wrong way of pronouncing it.
Yeah, it's a 15-ish% non-vintage French aperitif. I've never heard of it and never tried it.
I think I've heard of it, but
I'd give it a go. I might just buy some just for a laugh, just to see what it's like.
You won't.
And then top that off with a couple of dashes of orange bitters. Bittersweet and boozy is how it's described, so sounds quite nice. Created in 2017 by Joseph Ackervan at Maybell, Paris, France.
Oh, nice.
The original recipe calls for Smith & Cross Jamaican rum, which may or may not be able to get hold of.
Who knows?
I'll give it a go. But yeah, sounds quite good.
I think I specifically instructed you last time to stop saying that you would give it a go.
Yes, I know. You did. You can go fuck yourself. I will continue to say I would give it a go.
Amazing.
But no, I like the sound of that. I have no idea what half the ingredients taste like. So
no, that's the problem, isn't it? When
it would be literally just okay.
Boozy and bittersweet sounds up my street, to be honest with you.
Yes. Yeah. Garnished with a dehydrated orange wheel.
Fine. That's one bit of that drink I could actually do. I have dehydrated orange wheels.
Yes, I remember you saying.
The rest of it, nope. But I've got the garnish. When you have finished listening to our podcast, which is like rapidly approaching, take yourself off to YouTube and find about a 5-minute video of just the intro of the Italian job. Honestly, one of the best intros to a film ever made. I mean, I have mixed feelings about the film The Italian Job.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's that intro is incredible.
We're obviously talking about the Michael Caine one, not the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Do you mean Marky Mark?
Sorry, yes, Marky Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark sans the Funky Bunch. That car is a Lamborghini Miura, by the way, which doesn't appear in the game, but it's exactly the sort of car that it should, which is a bit of a shame, really.
No, it's too late.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was, yeah.
Mille Miglia finishes at 57. The Miura was 60s.
And one of the most beautiful cars ever made, the Lamborghini Miura, by quite some way. But yeah, it's got that Ferrari Daytona vibe about it.
Yeah, it fits in feel, but on a technical level, it falls outside their definition of retro.
Nice. So we can never do the game The Italian Job on the PlayStation now.
Good.
I was going to say, so thank you for that. Because that is a turd.
So what did you go for?
Oh, thanks for asking, Dave.
That's right, mate. Anytime. Yeah. Every week.
I am in a position, I've realised, as you so beautifully illustrated the journey you went on to find your cocktail, that I can't remember the journey I went on to find my cocktail. Yes, I can. It's just come back to me as I said that. So a thing happened where I realised that I love this game. Love it. Holds a special place in my heart, but beyond it's not even nostalgia, but beyond that sort of almost separate emotional thing of it starting me on this journey that ends with me talking on this microphone right now, I'd never played it with a spinner steering wheel.
Ah.
Ever. And so I built one. Basically, I bought a thing and I built one. So essentially, what I did is I went on eBay. I found a spinner unit, Ultimark Spin Track, probably the best one that is not impossible to get a hold of in the UK, which is just a spinner. But then I 3D printed a wheel, mounted it onto a lump of wood, screwed that lump of wood to my desk, put my Xbox controller on the floor, pressed the button with my foot to accelerate, and played Mille Miglia with a spinner steering wheel for the first time in my life. And if I thought I loved it before, I mean, if you didn't think, Dave, that this game could get better, when I have built you a spinner steering wheel and you get to play it, honestly, it feels so right.
I know. Remember, my first experience was in the arcade.
Oh, of course. It was quite some time ago, right?
Yeah, 30 odd years.
For me, this was a new experience, and it's just lovely. It's just perfect. And now I've got a spinner unit, so when I eventually get around to rebuilding my homemade arcade cabinet, I can put that in there. So that is what led me to find a cocktail called the Slow Spin.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Which is not only referencing the spinning of the wheel, which isn't slow, it's very, very fast. But when you crash, it does seem to it feels like it's gone into slow motion. Can you straighten up now, please, car? Could you get...
Yeah.
I mean, and other than like on the first couple of tracks, you get one crash on the middle bunch of tracks. And then from 7 to 12, you don't even get that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. You're done. So yeah, well, one crash that you get on those earlier tracks, it feels like it takes forever.
Well, it depends on how bad your crash is.
Yeah, I suppose so. It does like roll, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't just like spin; it rolls as well. Yeah, that slow, painful spin where you're waiting to get back going again. Turned out this wasn't a cocktail I actually had all the ingredients for. However, I was quite glad of that because the ingredient that I don't have is Aperol, which I don't like.
I knew you were going to say Aperol.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like Aperol.
You've mentioned it several times.
I asked our future artificial intelligence overlord how I could approximate Aperol with something else, and the suggestion was 50-50 Campari and Cointreau, because Aperol and Campari are broadly in the same wheelhouse, but they taste very, very different. Aperol is sweet and Campari is very bitter, and Aperol is quite fruit forward. So according to my AI friend, who was apparently referencing a website called Inside the Rustic Kitchen, you can recreate something like the flavour of Aperol with 50% Campari and 50% Cointreau, of which I have both. So I tried that. The rest of the recipe, there's 30 millilitres of Aperol, if you wanted to go by the original recipe, 30 millilitres of bourbon, 30 millilitres of slow gin, and a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. I obviously swapped out that Aperol for 15 ml of Campari and 15 ml of Cointreau, and it was bloody lovely. Like really drinkable. I mean, I did two back to back without much thought at all. If you were asked me to describe it, I might even say it's boozy and bittersweet. Because I mean, and that's genuine. The Cointreau and the slow gin bring like sweetness, and obviously the Campari is quite bitter. I mean, very bitter, really. It doesn't, one of those bourbon drinks that doesn't taste very much of bourbon, and that whole everything else just, it brings it down a level in terms of the hard hitting booziness of it, and just makes it really tasty. I would recommend it. I can only recommend my version of it, which is 15 ml Campari, 15 ml Cointreau rather than the Aperol. But I'd recommend it wholeheartedly. If you like the sound of it, the slow gin and the Campari is two things I'm going to look for again in a cocktail, because I think they work really well together. But it's just lovely. This, stir, strain, big ice cube, rocks glass, as you would. Just lovely. I would say give it a good stir as well, because again, it just mellows out the harshness of some of the alcohol. Garnish it with a maraschino cherry. This is a community recipe contributed by Mal Stu. MALSTU. They have contributed, I should say, entirely one drink, much like everybody else who contributes drinks to Diffords. It's lovely. I would wholeheartedly recommend it to anybody Genuinely anybody. I just think it's a drink that it's hard to dislike. Next time here on Cocktail Mode, we're taking a trip back to the world of vertically scrolling shoot 'em ups, which we haven't looked at since Ikaruga on the Dreamcast. This time we're looking at sort of a variety of machines, but we're looking at the Ray series. We're going to look at Ray Force, Ray Storm, Ray Crisis. These are games that I haven't actually played a lot of, but I wanted to use this podcast to leverage me giving a proper look. And so we can have a look at that and divulge from the conversation I just had off air with Dave. Sounds like he hasn't played them at all, Dave.
I'm aware of them. I don't think I've played them to any great degree.
Ray Force, Ray Storm, Ray Crisis, and Ray Bradbury. You're aware of his work. And that'll be next time on Cocktail Mode, where gaming and alcohol are in our blood.
Have you ever made yourself a My Funeral playlist?
No, it's basically it's enjoy yourself. It's later than you think and nothing else.
Oh, please put that in writing somewhere. I think that should be the unofficial anthem of this podcast.
To enjoy myself first. It's good to be